The real reason why quarterback Justin Fields decided to abandon the Pittsburgh Steelers has been exposed. So, just yesterday, on the first day of the tampering period of free agency, Justin Fields decided to sign with the New York Jets for a 2-year, $40 million contract, $20 million per year, and $30 million guaranteed. He decided to leave the Pittsburgh Steelers behind him and move on to a different team. And he will be the starting quarterback of the New York Jets because of it. So, the reason why he abandoned the Pittsburgh Steelers is quite interesting. But before I get more into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also, like this video. Now, let's get right back into it. So, Justin Fields and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The whole thing this offseason this far has been he is the main target for the Pittsburgh Steelers to re-sign out of the two of Russell Wilson and him at the quarterback position. The goal was to bring him back and allow him to compete for a starting quarterback job. But the key word there is compete for the quarterback job, not guaranteeing him the starting spot at quarterback. And what does that sound like? Well, it sounds exactly like what they did last season with him and Russell Wilson, but on the verge of looking at that entirely, Russell Wilson was basically just given the job, even when Justin Fields earned it. And that is the underlining thing of this signing of the Jets and not the Steelers. Because the same thing happened this offseason. The Steelers were looking to sign Justin Fields, but the thing that they could not guarantee him is the starting quarterback position, and that he'll be 100% the starting quarterback. This was reported by multiple people like Aditi Kikbala and others, basically saying that, hey, he wants to be the starting quarterback. He wants the Steelers to guarantee it. But there's an underlying trust issue of will Mike Tomlin betray him again and kind of leave him mid-season or in the offseason and not allow him to actually be the starter after giving him the starting quarterback job by word. So that's the underlying message there. But also, another thing that's been reported by another person, Aditi Kikbala, the Pittsburgh Steelers insider, NFL Network person, she has said that Justin Fields was not guaranteed any money by the Pittsburgh Steelers after year one. And they didn't want to pay him that huge contract, and they just weren't willing to do it. They weren't willing to meet that high rank. They were probably just guaranteeing him money in year one, and year two, it was probably just so if he did underperformed, or if they went to a different route at quarterback, they could just cut him and save all of the money. That's the route the Steelers were going in terms of their contract negotiations. But that didn't work out for Justin Fields, because Justin Fields didn't want to do that. And he decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to test my market in free agency. I'm going to test to see what other teams are willing to offer me, because obviously you're trying to lowball me. You're not trying to give me the contract that I want. You're not trying to guarantee my starting spot on this team. So why would I guarantee that I'm just going to sign with your team and not go look at my other options when there's other options available? So that's what he did. That's why Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport has come out and said that he was going to test his market in free agency. That was the reason. The lowballing and not guaranteeing his starting spot on the team without bringing in other guys to actually take it and abandon him. So the title of this video is The Pittsburgh Steelers, Why Justin Fields Abandoned Them. But the real thing is the Steelers were probably really abandoning Justin Fields and leaving him out to dry based off negotiations and what they weren't willing to give him in the quarterback position. So the reason why the underlying message has been the Steelers are abandoning Justin Fields, well, you look at it. Justin Fields came in. Russell Wilson was supposed to be the starter. There's supposed to be a competition battle between them. But Mike Tomlin came in and said that Russell Wilson from day one is in pole position of the starting quarterback job, and that Justin Fields was basically the backup. There's supposed to be a competition, but there really wasn't in the eyes of Mike Tomlin. So what did that lead to? That led to Russell Wilson getting injured early on in training camp. He got injured so early on and basically missed a lot of time. Missed the beginning of the season, missed the first 6 games of the season. So what did that allow Justin Fields to do? It allowed him to start and allowed him to prove that his worth on the team and that he should have been the starting quarterback all along. And he proved that. The Steelers went 4-2 with a record to start the season. He was getting better and better each week. if you look at how comfortable he was in the offense, he was making all the right decisions, not getting interceptions, not getting fumbles, in which he was accustomed to with the Chicago Bears. He was not doing any of that. He was keeping the ball and had a really good touchdown to turnover ratio. And he was also putting up rushing yards, receiving yards, and the Steelers' offense line was not good to start the season. So he was making something out of nothing, and he was doing that with his legs. And if any other quarterback was in there who couldn't do what he could do with the running the ball, they would have been in a much worse position. Until obviously their offense line got better later on towards the end of the season, like they do every single year. So Justin Fields was playing really good, some of the best football in his career. And then Russell Wilson comes along, and Russell Wilson comes back from injury, and the storyline is the Steelers going to stick with Justin Fields, or are they going to go back to Russell Wilson in terms of what they want to do during the offseason, what Mike Tomlin wanted to do. And then you had the players kind of saying, hey, we want to stick with Justin Fields, per reports, these reports that come out. And then you had Arthur Smith, which another report came out from other Steeler insiders saying that, hey, Arthur Smith and the coaching staff, offensive coaching staff, want to stick with Justin Fields. They really like what he does, and they're big fans of Justin Fields and want to stick with him at the starting quarterback position. But no, that's not what Mike Tomlin decided to do. Jay Glazer, Fox News insider, Mike Tomlin's friend, came out and said that Mike Tomlin is making the lone decision, going rogue on this decision, to start Russell Wilson and bench Justin Fields. And that's to give the Steelers a better opportunity to win the kind of Super Bowl or win in the playoffs or move on in their season, giving them a better chance to win. And what does that mean? Well, that means that you don't trust Justin Fields. That means you're basically outing him. You're outing him in front of the whole NFL world, basically saying, hey, we don't believe in you. We don't believe in you compared to Russell Wilson. We believe Russell Wilson gives us a better shot. Mike Tomlin is going rogue in that decision. No one else is making that decision but Mike Tomlin, per Jay Glazer, his friend, best friend in the media. Mike Tomlin made that decision that Justin Fields wasn't good enough and that Russell Wilson's better. And that's outing him. That's abandoning him. He abandoned him once. So when Justin Fields abandons you in free agency and decides to sign with a different team, you don't want to hear it because he's just following up and doing what's best for him, just like what you thought was best for your franchise. So Mike Tomlin outed him in front of everyone, benched him. And Justin Fields was the bigger person. He took the high road. He's just like, hey, I'll do whatever I do on the sideline. I'll do whatever you ask of me. If you put me in the game in certain situations, I'll do it. And the whole thing, week after week, was there's going to be some packages. There's going to be some Justin Fields type plays where he's going to come in, run the ball, throw the ball. There's going to be some opportunity for him. That was just a thing Mike Tomlin said almost every single week. We really like what he does, his athleticism, everything like that. We have two good quarterbacks. But what happened? They never even used Justin Fields. Late towards the end of the season, he got injured for a few games, but even when he was healthy, they didn't even use Justin Fields. They used him in one game, and after that, they just left him out there, left him on the sideline, left him to not do anything. And what does that also do? That lowers his market in free agency. Them doing that, he went from 4-2 and looking to get a big contract to a quarterback on the sideline who's not going to make as much money because now the other teams are looking at him as a backup quarterback. They're not looking at him as a starter anymore because you're tanking his value. So you tank his value, you bench him after being a really good starter, and you end up losing the last 5 games of the season and not doing anything in the playoffs. And it has you wondering as a quarterback, why did you even bench me to begin with? We obviously didn't do anything with this other quarterback that you trusted in more. So if you don't trust me, I don't trust you. And that's basically the ideal thing that went on with Justin Fields and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that's the real reason. That's the real reason. He did not abandon the Steelers. The Steelers abandoned him. That's everything that went on this season, just broken down into one video. And it makes sense why Justin Fields didn't want to come back to the Steelers. And to be honest, it looks like the Steelers didn't even try to keep him. Because if they wanted to keep him, they could have guaranteed all that. Been like, hey, our bad. We believe in you now. You could be the franchise guy and things of that nature. But no, they still didn't go that direction. So why would Justin Fields trust a team that didn't trust him? Might as well go to a team that actually wants you and can guarantee you all those things that you actually wanted. You broke his trust once, you can't break it again, because now he's gone, and he's off to the New York Jets. So that's the real truth of why he left the Steelers. And now let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this video. And how do you feel about Justin Fields leaving to the Jets? Did you want him to resign in free agency? Did you want him to be the future of this franchise at quarterback? Or do you believe they should go out and sign Russell Wilson again? Because that seems like the only person else available. Or Aaron Rodgers. Or should they just go out and draft a quarterback? Who do you want to be the quarterback now that's not Justin Fields? And how do you feel about the Steelers abandoning him? Do you believe that is true? Like I'm saying it and I'm reporting it. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports, everything surrounding the Pittsburgh Steelers free agency. I covered it and I'm covering it still with every new signing with highlights and analysis. Also, all the rumors as well covering the Steelers team, I'm on it. So stay tuned to this channel, like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.